Aries, this is going to be a reading for November 2019. Now this reading will be good for the entire month, and it'll kind of put like a broad blanket across the month. Since I put other readings out throughout the month, those are a little bit more detailed to the time, whereas this can kind of be that general broad reading for your entire month. You can kind of check back on it throughout the month. Now I'm going to get an advice card here from this deck. I absolutely love this deck, and I did put all the decks that I use down in the description below, so you're more than welcome to check those out. And we're just going to get one card as an advice here. All right, here and now. So your advice, Aries, is to not really put yourself so much in what's happened in the past and not so much into what could happen in the future, but to take every moment at its present. Okay? Experience every moment. Live in the here and now. Really put yourself into every single moment throughout this month, because it'll really serve you. It'll help you. From time to time, we have to really just not really focus on the past. No worries about past, no worries about future. Stay in the moment, okay, Aries? That is absolutely your advice. Now we're going to get a few tarot cards here. Let's see if we can get some detail about what might be going on for you during November. I really like November. As you can see, I've decorated this altar with a bunch of maple leaves from my yard. I just love the burning maple. It's just so beautiful. So these ones are turning extra dark fast. So you can see how quick things can dissipate. And you know, as always, trees teach us how to let things go. All right, you know, I'm going to do 3 cards. That feels right. All right. For you, Aries, you've got 2 of Pentacles, the Justice, and Princess of Swords, which is also the Page of Swords in traditional tarot. Now you have 2 of Pentacles coming up, which means there could be a decision, some kind of choice that has to come through. Aquila here is actually the bird that in Greek mythology would carry Zeus's thunderbolts to him, and is actually mentioned in quite a few different Greek mythology stories and versions. So, you know, definitely look into that if you're of interest of that, and see maybe where that might apply in your life right now. But really the 2 of Pentacles is to say you're trying to balance something in your life. So throughout November, really check out what you're balancing, where your plate might be a little bit too full, where you may need to give a little bit, and, you know, figure out what's working. You know, this could be family and job not balancing out. You know, you're not able to give enough time to one or the other, and it's just not working. So it's kind of an opportunity, like, you know what this could be about, because it's something that brings you stability. So whatever brings you stability, Aries, you're going to need to try to balance and maybe have to do some kind of revision. Now with Mercury retrograde, it's always suggested to revise, renew, reduce. Any word is acceptable during Mercury retrograde. So it's kind of like asking you to reorganize your plate so that you can maintain balance. And with Justice coming up here with her scales of balance, right, and justice, it is absolutely necessary for you to figure out where there needs to be balance, Aries. And with the Justice card coming up in heavy Libra energy for you, it's definitely that earth, heavier, solid energy. A lot like a Pentacle energy is going to be earthy as well, okay? And you don't have any like cups here, so not a whole lot of emotion going on, whereas it's like you don't really need to use your head so much, and your heart is where you need to use some logic, perhaps, you know, instead of like trying to use intuition or, you know, your emotions. Rather, it's like you may need to use some logic to balance some things out, okay? Because with Justice coming out, it's always like a suggestion for us to check out where is our balance, where is the fairness, you know, where can we do more to really maintain balance. Yin and Yang energy is so important in our life, you know, and when you can really grasp those energies, oh, it's so nice to feel balanced. We've all experienced it from time to time, right? It doesn't always stay balanced, but hey, it's a good moment, and that's where you stay in that moment, you know. Be in the present moment, recognize where your balance is, where there's some balancing that could occur. because you have Princess of Swords coming up. And Princess of Swords is going to get communication, give communication, get ideas, give ideas. Anything that has to do with the mind. Okay, so there may be some ideas and communication coming in throughout November that really you're going to be analyzing and cataloging and trying to discern and understand. And that could really be due to you balancing as well. So let's get some clarifying cards and see if we can get a little bit more detail about what's going on here. Because it seems like, really it's like, you know, check out the information that's coming through. You don't really have to do anything about it right now. What needs to happen is like analyzing, data entry of your information, you know, and it doesn't have to be so technical as it sounds. It could be simply sitting and meditating on your thoughts so that you can balance out what you want in life. Balance out how you can live in the here and now. You know, maybe you're dealing with a lot of past stuff that you need to let go of, or maybe you're worrying about too much future stuff where you need to be right here, right now, and figure out what you can be doing about this current life, right? Like this current moment that you're living in. So very, very interesting that those all come out kind of balanced. Balance seems to be your theme. But we'll get some clarifying cards and see if that's the true theme here. All right, the cards like to get synchronistic, so let's see if we can get that right now. All right, you have 8 of coin, 9 of wand, and judgment coming up. All right. So with this, you have 2 of coin and then 8 of coin. So it definitely has something to do with something you've been working diligently on. Maybe you've been working too hard. Maybe, you know, like nose to the grindstone, a little bit too hardcore. Okay, where you need to maybe have some kind of a strength around your stability and how you can balance it. Because with these two coming up together, it's saying that something's out of whack. This guy comes up as a clarifier saying, hey, maybe you're working a little bit too hard on something, Aries. And on the other spectrum of that, maybe you're not working hard enough. Okay? Whatever it is, you're not in balance. You're not in the here and now of what's happening. So the suggestion is to get in balance. Figure out maybe what you are working too hard on or not working hard enough on. Obviously, it'll be different for every Aries watching out there because this is a general reading. So, you know, for some of you, it's absolutely you're working too hard. Some of you, not working hard enough. You'll know. And that's what the 2 says. 2 say, I know. Okay? 8 is strength. So you know where your strength is, and you know, if you know where your strength is, then you also equally know where you don't have strength, okay? So balancing, very important, because then you have this Justice card, which is all about balancing, right? Coming up with this 9 of Wands, which means there's some kind of burden that you're allowing into your scale. And that's where the balance is, the imbalance. You know, if there's a burden in your scales or on your plate of life that you're, you know, creating and co-creating and eating from, that is really going to cause some problems. You're going to feel it. Okay, the passion isn't there anymore. As an example, you know, I've got my plate full of everything that I love and everything that I do, and I still have this huge pile of like this stuff that I don't even eat anymore, right? Because I'm on a diet or something. So it's like, why is it still on my plate then? Why is this burden still on your plate, Aries? That's something you're really going to need to figure out, you know, around all of November. You know, I think it'll surface at different times for every Aries, but it's going to surface where you're like, dang, this is a burden here, and I'm done with it. You know, you're gonna realize that you're just done. You're done with it. It needs to get off your plate so that you can either balance out less work, okay, maybe even working too hard on something that's a big burden, or you need to let go of this burden so you can start working, okay? So you can start working on that balancing, getting everything back into balance so that you can move forward, you know, and that way you can live in the here and now. You can feel that present energy. I'm loving this reading. All right, we have Princess of Swords coming up with Judgment. Now this is really interesting collaboration here because this is essentially the Page of Swords with the Judgment, and that's a second chance. Judgment is always going to be like reincarnation, second chance, opportunity coming back around that maybe you weren't ready for, or you didn't take that opportunity before and it's destined for you, so it's coming back around. You know, so definitely pay attention to the communication and ideas that you get around, well, out throughout November actually. So any information, ideas, communication that happens throughout November for you, Aries, recognize that there could be a second chance in there. There could be a reincarnation, a new opportunity. And it's not something small, because this is a major arcana. This is something big, and it's new for you because it's a page. And you're going to, you know, get this opportunity, and I feel like you won't have to do much action. And that's why it's a page rather than, you know, the knight, because this is going to come back around like destiny. So let's get one more card. These are postcards from Spirit. Very cool cards. A lot of readers that I watch use them. I've had them for a long time. I just usually use them for private readings, but I thought, what the heck? Let's bring them out here. Share them with the world, right? Alright, let's get one card for you. One postcard for Aries. Oh, we don't need 4 of them. We just need one. Hey, make sure if you guys haven't signed up for the free tarot giveaway, the entry forms are on my website, which is in the description below. But I have a lot of subscribers, but in the rules I had put that I needed people to sign up on the entry form. That way I have your contact information if you do win. So I just need all the people who've subscribed already even to just go sign up that entry form. You get a free tarot deck if I draw your name. But I only have 3 people who've submitted entry forms, and I need like 108, y'all. More. Alright, let's see what we have here. Dearest you, since you're on Earth, you understand how buildings are built. Yes. A good solid foundation, and yet flexibility too, in case of earthquakes. Truth be told, you can't offer something sustainable unless it is built from a solid base, whether it be an idea that takes form one step at a time, or an actual house that needs a sturdy foundation dug, poured, and built. We want to remind you of this because you might need a little encouragement to see this is true in your life at this time. Celebrate the fact that right now you can repair the cracks in the foundation of your life effortlessly, as well as do a general sight check to ensure your hard work is being well supported. Do this and know you are building your life on perfect and sound foundation that will allow you to welcome the many miracles awaiting to come to visit. We're so happy for you and so intrigued by what you're building. So wow, big stuff here, Aries. Looks like you're building something huge for your future, and maybe that's like that here and now. You know, recognizing that some things are going to take step by step, some things are going to take a minute to build. So thank you guys again so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please, please, please subscribe. It helps me to spread the word of all this beautiful stuff, bring altar to technology. I love it. And definitely check out that sweepstakes, because I need more entries in order to do the actual sweepstakes, because that's what I put in the rules, and I want to remain, you know, ethical on that. So thank you for liking and subscribing and sharing. You guys are so awesome. I'll see you for the full moon readings coming up in November around, let's see, we have full moon on the 12th, so I'll be posting those videos. See you soon.